Well, thank you, Madam Chair. The first thing I want to do is thank our two senators and the group that worked so hard on this bill. It's an example of how this place can and should work. It involves, I know, compromise and a great deal of discussion, a great deal of research, and I really want to compliment you on that work. And it gives us a really good piece of legislation that we can then work forward in this committee, and hopefully, as Senator Collins suggests, act on this within this Congress. I think that's very important. A couple of points. This is not a partisan issue. This is a mechanical issue. This is a rules issue that involves how our government should work, no matter who's in charge. This coming January 6th of 2025, a Democratic vice president will be in that chair. And I just think that what we have to emphasize that we shouldn't try to game this out on a partisan basis and think that this favors one side or the other. I don't think it does, because there's no telling what the circumstances will be in particular states or here in the Congress in future years. The very first class I took in government in college, the very first class, and I don't know why I remember this because it's a hell of a long time ago, the professor said, the thing that America has achieved that has been rarely achieved in world history is the peaceful transfer of power. That's unusual in world history. And the way we've achieved that is by having a written constitution and a set of rules that have guided us. And as Senator Collins said, if you have ambiguity and confusion, that opens the way to conflict and ultimately violence, as we saw on January 6th. So the core concept is the peaceful transfer of power, and underlaying that is a clear set of rules and principles that people can all understand and accept in advance, and then it's a mechanical process of counting the votes, determining who gets the electoral votes in a particular state, and then having Congress meet and count those votes, as has been done in the past, more or less routinely. So again, I just want to thank you all particularly for your leadership on this issue. My colleague from Maine played an indispensable role, I know, and you've really given us a solid basis upon which to proceed. So I don't think there's a more important matter before us in this Congress, and it's one that I hope that we can resolve quickly, and again, it should be on an entirely bipartisan basis. And it's a fundamental issue that goes to the heart of our democratic system. Thank you, Madam Chair.